Welcome back to Beauty Business Mindset Podcast. Hi, loves. This is Celeste. I know I've been gone for a hot minute, but sometimes we need to take care of ourselves, okay? So, this week I really wanted to jump on in, and we're going to be talking about what the heck is this digital beauty business? What's an online business? What is going on right now with all the commotions and changes of things going on? So I really feel like I know something so simple and maybe you know what it means, but I think it's really important to explain a little more in depth. So we're going to go into the three things that you should be having right now in your business and some other things to think about. So let's get started. So number one, what's an online or a digital business? That means it's something that you cannot touch tangibly in the moment, okay? So if I'm taking an online course, for example, right now I can see the screen, I can hear the information, but I cannot tangibly touch it. I'm touching my screen, not the actual information that she's giving me. So that is something that it's online or digital. Now more than ever, it's so important, and we all learned last year, we should have a digital presence. And most people think of just a website, or they only think your Facebook followers or Instagram followers, and it goes beyond that. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm just going to give you two quick little things that you may want to think about beyond, just your website looking prettier, whatever everybody keeps saying that we should be doing. Number one, are you offering a digital experience for your client? So when your client gets in touch with you, whether your website or your Instagram or whatever, is it easy for them? Is there an experience for when they get in touch with you? Are you offering, is there a special, rewards program? Is there a special thing for them to incentivize them and to make them feel special? Beyond what you can do in the salon, what are you doing digitally? Number two, I know right now, as many of you guys know, I have closed down my salon. Now it's my mobile business office, and I've been helping, and talking to a lot of beauty pros, and there has been this common denominator that I want to debunk today, and it's about followers. So I am using this as an example, not to be like, oh my God, Celeste did it. No, just to use an example that you guys can actually relate to. So I have under 2,700 followers. I have worked for a brand. I have taught on stage. I am a paid, actual educator. I am paid to go actually talk on stage. I keep working with brands. I'm working with new brands that are coming out with apps. There's a lot of things I do behind the scenes that I don't share everything I do online, you guys. I don't share everything on my Instagram. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is because there's this big misconception that you need to have a lot of followers to grow your business, to be an authority, to be able to have other opportunities that bigger influencers have. And I am here to tell you that's total BS. That is not true. That is a limiting belief that a lot of us have. I began this journey and I wanted to prove not just to myself, but to others that we can do it. Okay. I come a little bit from my background. I come from when I was younger, I was told that I wouldn't be much. It was constantly drilled in my head that I wasn't worthy and I wasn't going to be enough and I was going to be the A, B, and C and I was going to be pretty much a loser in my life and I wasn't going to accomplish anything. And I just feel like I really need to share this with you guys. And because of that, I have really put this big amount of pressure and stigma on for myself that I need to prove things to other people, that I need to prove that I'm worthy and that in order to receive blessings, I have to be worthy. And I have stopped that. I have gotten now to a point where I am worthy of my blessings. I am worthy of growing and blessing other people and serving and helping other people and charging, to help other beauty pros in doing so does not make me a bad person. I was so confident behind the chair, charging him my prices and everything, and charging everything I needed to do. It was amazing. But for some reason, when I started doing with the Beauty Pro work, like a couple years ago, it became really hard for me, because I'm like, oh my gosh, but I know their struggles. I've been in their shoes. But by the same token, I know that I'm at a level of knowledge that I needed to start doing that. So I'm just sharing that with you because I have been where you're at. I have been like, well, maybe I shouldn't charge other people I help, like other beauty professionals, the same rates or higher rates than other beauty pros because I don't have 900,000 followers. I don't have 36,000 followers like my friends. But you know what? Just like my friends that are bigger influencers in the industry, I actually work with brands and I actually help develop other brands and help other beauty pros become educators and do different things in their business. So, why am I telling you all this? Because maybe right now in your business, you are feeling like, well, there's so much to do, Celeste. There's so much to do. And there's like this whole pressure of I have to do social and I have to do Facebook and I have to do Instagram and LinkedIn or Pinterest and Google and websites and all this stuff. And I'm just overwhelmed, Celeste. So how can you help me, Celeste, today with your podcast in this moment? So I'm going to tell you right now, this is what you need to do. I want you to look at your numbers. What is actually bringing clients in? So there is something when I used to do hair, there was this certain thing that I did on my Instagram. Every single time I did this type of post, I got 3 to 5 bookings. I knew it automatically. And that's why I cannot post that kind of post anymore, because I will get calls for bookings. And I'm no longer behind the chair. There's something that you're doing that works for you. And there's something else also that I used to do. There's two other things I used to do online. One of them is my referral program. And the other one, it's another thing had to do with the guest experience when they actually came into my business that really helped get a lot of referrals, and retention really helped me out. Having said that, what is working in your business? There's 1 or 2 or even 3 things that you are doing in your business that does work, that makes you generate more sales, that makes you get more booked out, that makes you, like this, I need to refer you. You get a referral every time you do this 1 or 2 things. That's what you need to focus on. I am honestly at the point where I'm even like, I've been on Clubhouse as well. There's so much noise everywhere. And something beautiful happened last week. And I hope this helps you just to get a little bit insight too. If you're feeling the FOMO of Clubhouse, missing out on Clubhouse. So last week, Clubhouse was dead. I mean, like, there was even like big influencers that like on social have like 200, 300,000 followers on Clubhouse. They could barely even fill up their rooms, which is like pretty much it's like you open up like an Instagram live. Okay. So think about it that way. So the rooms that would usually have like 1,000 people in there or 900, 300 people in there, they could barely get 30 people to listen to them. So the app this week went ahead and they monetized it because they want people back in the app because they're losing momentum. So we don't even know what's going to be the future of Clubhouse. But having said that, that's why I wanted to share this with you. You need to do what is actually going to generate income in your business. All these other extra strategies, like, you can go on Pinterest, or you do like Google, you can have a full-blown website, you can offer merchandise, and you should sell your own merch, and you should, we hear all this, you should, and it's so overwhelming, you guys. Like, I know even for me, as many of you guys know, I help other beauty pros with the digital courses, with creating also their websites. And there's so much information out there. It's overwhelming. I feel like everybody's like super complicating the crap out of everything. And it's really simple. Keep it simple. Do the things that actually bring money to your business. Those are the services you should be doing, the services that bring you the most amount of income, that you actually like. When at the end of the day, you can actually, you're like, wow, after you pay your products and all your supplies and your daily rent share, that you're bringing more money that day because you have you're generating more revenue from that. Those are the services you should be doing. You should not be doing one service that is, you can charge $500 and it's like $200 of product, versus having a $1,000 day with only having 3 services that you love to do. That's really low in regards to products. So you have to really look at the numbers. I know it's not something sexy. I know everybody's like, go digital and do courses and do, all this stuff everywhere. And it's not about that, you guys. It's about simplifying it digitally. Okay. When I say digital, I say when I used to book my clients, it automatically included a link where my clients could go to the questionnaire that they had to fill out before they came in to make sure that they knew about the stipulations, that they weren't sick, that there hadn't been anybody around COVID, about redo policies, about everything, booking, all the information, all the salon policies was there. It was super simple, to the point, and I didn't have to worry about it. I've had automated systems where it's still, very personalized, but they were able to make my job easier. And that is the point where I'm getting across today. Just because we have a digital online business does not mean we cannot personalize it. I have done it. I've been doing virtual consultations for the past 2 years before it was trending. I have done lots of things before. With Google, my business it's old AF. I've been doing that for years. There's so many things I've been doing for such a long time. But this is the thing, you guys, you do not need to do it all. Because trust me, when you try to do it all and try to speak to everybody, you speak to nobody. When you try to do everything half done, I'm trying not to say half-assed, but there it goes. When you actually do put like your full attention to one or tops 3 things, you're able to produce amazing results, versus trying to throw spaghetti at the wall, versus trying to throw little balls at each little corner, trying to see what's going to stick, what's going to work. It's so important that you go back to simplicity. Go back to basics. If the newsletter that you send out to your clients gets you more clients, that's what you should be doing. If the referral program that you have in place right now is getting you more clients and making your clients happier, that's what you should be doing. If every time that you do a special promotion or special, like virtual or in-store event at your beauty place, that makes your clients feel special and that gets you more bookings, that's what you should be doing. Whatever it's actually working right now for you, that's what you need to do more of. Don't be copying what other people are doing. And we're going to end it with this. One of the biggest mistakes I see, huge mistake, is everybody trying to copy everybody else, including with myself. I try not to look at anybody. This is why nobody is going where I'm going. I am no longer behind the chair. You probably don't want to be doing what I'm doing, because right now what I'm doing is something totally different. And if you decide to do what I'm doing, it's not going to work for you. And that's what I mean. There's principles in business that does stay the same and stay its course. But when you're trying to build your actual business, use the online space, use the digital programs, use the digital parts of business that are allowed to now and that are part of our norm to enhance your customer experience, to enhance your business. Keep it simple. Look at your numbers. Those top 3 money makers, those top 3 activities that bring in income or awareness about your business that actually do work right now at this moment, that's what you should be doing more of. And, after, I have weekly calls, guys, with lots of beauty pros, okay? Different beauty pros. They're not all hairstylists. They're not all estheticians. There's nails techs. There's eyelash artists, all kinds of beauty pros in there. Body, sculpting, contouring. There's all kinds of beauty pros, which I love to do. This is the one common thing. There is one thing that is currently working, but maybe you want to try something bigger. But I always say, before you try to expand, before you try to take on more, focus on what's working. Focus on having a strong foundation from the beginning, having systems in place, having, your boundaries in place from the beginning to make it a prosperous business for yourself and an amazing experience for your client. And that is all for me today. So much love. I'll see you guys back here next week, and I'll be back on a regular basis. I am back. I apologize I was gone. Just FYI. Yes, I know some of you guys do want to know. So I just been dealing with my whole spine issue and treatments and stuff. So I've had to take it easy, but I'm so excited to be back on here every week. Have an amazing week, loves. Bye.